Welcome at PASC Conference 2024 at ETH Zurich. I'm here with Claudia Frauen from DKAZ and Baldassar Reuter from ECMWF. Welcome. You were the chairs of a mini symposium here in this edition of the PASC Conference. What was your mini symposium about?
So our mini symposium was about kilometer scale modeling of Earth systems on big Euro HPC supercomputer systems. And inspired by the fact that now Europe has such a big investment on HPC resources, not least thanks to the Euro HPC initiatives. And this provides an exciting opportunity for Earth system models to really go to kilometer scales and have unprecedented resolutions on these new platforms.
And I think also really this kilometer scale is really a steep change because it really enables kind of new simulations, because you can get rid of some of the parameterizations, for example, for convection, and directly resolve and simulate these things. So this is really a huge opportunity, but from a technical point of view, also a huge challenge.
That's always the case in HPC and now also with AI. After the discussion, you have concluded the discussion, at least for this edition of the PASC conference. What were your take-home messages?
I would say, the good outcome is that we can do it. So we are able to run really these kilometer scale simulations on the big pre-Exascale and hopefully soon also Exascale systems in Europe. But yeah, the way to get there was much more complicated than we thought. And I think performance-wise, we're still far from where we want to be. And I think one aspect we also really need to keep in mind is the efficiency, because these simulations, they need a huge amount of computational resources. And especially, I think, in climate science, you also need to be aware of the cost of these simulations.
Was your mini symposium purely focused on the computational aspect, or were you also having some discussion on how to deal with the data? Because with the climate, the weather and climate data is the other big headache, if we can say so. Or was purely focused on the HPC part?
So for us, we really focused on the HPC part, but there are also, I think also now in this paper sessions, there are also other presentations also looking at the workflows and the data issues associated to that. But our focus really was on the computational aspects.
What are the next steps? What are you going to do after this PASC conference is over? Do you have already a plan, idea how to follow up? What are the things that you would like to keep discussing and maybe have a more concrete action items?
So I think the exciting development in this area is that last year we had a similar session and were basically somewhere at the beginning of this endeavor of running on these big systems, first experiences and things were starting to work. This year we had really the update on how everything is beginning to look bright and beginning to really work and come together. And like Claudia said, there's a lot of things to do to really improve the efficiency now of these models, and that's probably the next step. So maybe we'll get an update next year where we see how everything is now running more smoothly, more efficiently, and with a higher throughput compared to where we are now.
So actually, this is a very, very nice, what you're saying, that actually you see a progress, because you started with the mini symposium last year, and now this year you have more concrete ideas, and as you said, the future looks even brighter after this mini symposium. So thank you very much, Claudia and Baldassar, and then I hope to see you at PASC 25.
So do we. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.